My name is Julia Carter. I am 31 years old, and I work as an office assistant in a small company in the city. People say I am calm and strong, but inside my heart there are many stories that no one knows. One of them began on the day I ended my relationship with my ex-boyfriend, Ethan Miller. Ethan was the first man I loved deeply, but he also hurt me more than anyone else. We tried many times to fix things, but in the end, we only hurt each other more. After one last sad night together, we finally said goodbye. I told myself I would never look back. I wanted a new life, a peaceful future, and a family that felt safe. A few weeks later, I met a new man named Daniel Hayes. Daniel was gentle, warm, and patient. He did not try to rush me. He listened to me. He made me feel safe again. I felt like I could breathe when he was near me. I did not tell him much about Ethan at first, because I wanted to close that chapter of my life completely. Daniel and I grew close very fast. Maybe because I was lonely, or maybe because I truly needed someone like him. After a short time, we became a couple. He treated me with kindness every day, and slowly I started to smile again. One morning, I felt very tired. My body felt different. My clothes felt a little tight, and I did not understand why. A few days later, I decided to take a pregnancy test. My hands were shaking as I waited for the result. When I looked down, I saw 2 pink lines. Positive. I was pregnant. My heart jumped, and I sat on my bed for a long time without moving. I thought about the last weeks, about the time I spent with Daniel, and I believed this baby must be his. There was no reason to think anything else. I had already closed the door to my past with Ethan. I wanted to believe I was starting a new future. When I told Daniel, his eyes filled with joy. He hugged me tightly. He said, "Julia, this is the best news of my life." I felt warm and safe in his arms. We decided to get married quickly, and we began planning a small wedding. When the wedding day came, I was already 4 or 5 months pregnant. I wore a simple white dress, and Daniel looked at me like I was the most beautiful woman in the world. I felt happy, truly happy. After everything I had been through, I believed life was finally giving me peace. I was excited to become a mother. I was ready to build a family. When our daughter, baby Lily, was born, I cried the moment I heard her tiny cry. I held her close, and I felt a kind of love I had never felt before. Daniel cried too. He whispered, "She is perfect. She is ours." For a few months, our life felt complete. We were tired, of course, but we were a family. Daniel worked hard. I learned how to take care of the baby, and Lily grew a little bigger every day. But one afternoon, when Lily was about 3 months old, something strange happened. The doctor said Lily needed a small blood test. It was something simple, nothing dangerous. A few days later, the hospital called me and asked if I could come in. When I arrived, the doctor sat down in front of me with a serious face. He said, "Julia, the blood test shows something unusual. Lily's blood type does not match yours or your husband's. Biologically, she cannot be the daughter of both of you." I felt cold immediately. My hands froze. I wanted to speak, but no words came out. The doctor continued talking, but I did not hear anything else. My mind went dark. My breathing stopped. I could only hear one sentence in my head. "She cannot be the daughter of both of you." When I walked out of the building, the world felt blurry. Cars passed. People walked. But everything was far away. I felt like I was floating. That night, when I held Lily in my arms, I looked at her little face, her soft dark hair, and her warm eyes, and suddenly, something inside me broke open. Her eyes did not look like Daniel's. They looked like someone else's. They looked like Ethan Miller's eyes. And in that moment, everything became clear. I remembered the last night I spent with Ethan, the night before we finally said goodbye forever. It was only one night, one mistake, one moment of weakness. And just a few days later, I met Daniel, and my life changed direction. I never connected the dates. I never wanted to. I wanted a new beginning so much that I never stopped to look back. I sat on the floor of Lily's room for a long time. My heart was shaking. I whispered to myself, "What have I done? What do I do now?" Because Daniel did not know. He knew nothing. He believed Lily was his daughter. He loved her deeply, and I loved him. I never wanted to hurt him. I never wanted to lie. But now the truth was here, sitting in my hands, and I had no idea how to hold it. When Daniel came home later that evening, he walked into the room with a big smile. He kissed Lily on the forehead and said, "Hey there, sweet girl. Daddy's home." I felt tears rise in my eyes. I turned away quickly so he wouldn't see. He asked me if everything was okay, and I said, "Yes, I'm just tired." But inside, I was breaking. I was afraid. I was lost, and I did not know what tomorrow would bring. That night, when Daniel and the baby were asleep, I sat alone in the quiet living room. The lights were low, and the house felt too big. I held the hospital paper in my hands. The words were clear. The truth was clear. Lily was not Daniel's daughter. She was Ethan Miller's child. A part of my past had come back into my life without warning, and now it was in my arms every day. I looked toward the bedroom where Daniel slept peacefully, and I felt a sharp pain in my chest. I asked myself again and again, should I tell him? Should I hide it? What is the right thing to do? But the more I asked, the less I knew. Everything felt heavy. Everything felt impossible. And so the story does not end here. I do not have an answer yet. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am also a woman who made a mistake and now must face it. I love my daughter. I love my husband. But the truth is still there, waiting. I do not know what tomorrow will bring. I do not know what choice I will make. I only know that my heart is full of fear and hope at the same time. And that is where my story must pause. For now, in the quiet place between love and truth, between the past and the future, and between the life I built and the secret I can no longer run from. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe, not just for more stories, but for more moments that make you feel something again.